Good morning, good afternoon, whichever time zone you are. Can you give me guys a one if you can hear me clearly? We are streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, as well as we have people in Zoom. So thank you everyone for joining the Career Talk. We have been doing this initiative for the last 2.5 years. Today is our 123rd community meetup. So thank you everyone to join us. There are some house rules that I'm going to talk about because we are live on Zoom. We have few people on Zoom, but we have hundreds of people logged in from LinkedIn, and hello everyone from social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. We will be looking at all your comments. The team will be monitoring all your comments and feedbacks, and we'll be trying to answer as much as possible as well. So thank you everyone, first of all, taking out your time on a Sunday and being part of this Career Talk initiative, which is been there for almost 2.5 years right now. So let me quickly share my screen and tell you about some house rules before we get started. So people who are on Zoom, uh, you are mics are muted by default. If you can switch on your cameras, it would be amazing to look at some of you. If you have any specific questions, there is Slido. We will be entertaining questions everywhere from Slido. So what I'm going to do right now, if all of you are on Zoom, you will be getting a Slido link where you will be able to ask your questions, and then we'll be looking into the questions. So let me also share the Slido link again with all of you in the chat. You will be able to look into that and ask your questions. And give me 1 second, I will also share it on the social media platform. So I can see a lot of people, lot of familiar faces on LinkedIn. So thank you everyone as well for joining in and being part of this Career Talk. And we will be taking your Q&As. As in Career Talk, we try to answer few Q&As and help you guys. So I'm sharing the link with you, and this is the place. Again, you might have got an invite, but I'm again sharing it with you, so all of you have this as well. So just put one if all of you can hear me clearly. I cannot see any engagement. Is my voice clear? Are we good to go, everyone? All excited? Amazing, amazing. Awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot for confirming. And I am just sharing the link again on the platform. So please share your questions, and I will be taking everything from there, because it's a little tough to take questions from the chat, because I want to be more interactive on chat and not just the questions, right? So thank you, Ankit, thank you, Victor, Christy, Imon, everyone for confirming as well about this amazing thing. So let me go back and share my screen and get you guys so people who have questions as well on LinkedIn, you can put the questions on the Slido link. The team has just shared. I also have shared the link on the chat. So we will be taking all your questions regarding anything regarding career, especially the AI part. I am not a specialist. I can just give you an idea about other things, but try to be a little bit specific in my knowledge, that I can try to help you in my utmost capacity. So just put one in the chat if you are new to the community. So people in the Zoom, if you are new to the community in the last 3 months, just put one if you are new to the community. Please keep it interactive so I can know that you guys are listening to me and not off track. Amazing, amazing. So thank you. We can see a lot of old people on LinkedIn. Zoom, we have a lot of new people, I think. So welcome. Don't worry. I will let you also know what our initiatives and what we are doing as well. So that is not an issue. So cool. So let me share my screen and let me just go. So today is a house packed agenda. We will be. I've already given you a quick introduction. So everyone on LinkedIn, social media as well on Zoom, we have given you guys a quick introduction of what we are trying to do in the Career Talk. Today, I'm going to talk about statistical thinking for AI and ML. Right now, a lot of people are talking about agentic AI, advanced RAG, and all these, big topics. But everyone has forgot about statistics, right? The core that has built all these technologies, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, how to get this understanding. This is a very ignored topic. People think that AI is just ChatGPT or N8N, but it is much more than that. So today I will talk a little bit about this. We are announcing a new challenge. Yesterday we announced a new challenge that is there. So we will be talking about this. So just put one in the chat if you have at been part of our any of our previous 10 challenges that we have done in the community in the last 2 years. So we have some people on LinkedIn, thank you for confirming, who have been part of the challenge. Today we'll be announcing that as well, and then we'll be going to Q&A, question and answer. I have already shared the Slido link with all of you, and you will be able to ask any specific question regarding your career, regarding today's topic, and then we'll take it. As well, today we are going to do some celebration of our AI residency. The people who graduated, they will come online, and then they will share their journey of the whole program and their whole success use cases that are there. So let us go to the statistical thinking, right? This is the topic. So how many of you know about statistics? Just put one if you know about statistics, zero if you don't know about statistics. So I'll get an idea about the background of the current people that are here, so I can be as beginner focused as possible. So thank you, Saravan. He knows about statistics. What about others? If you don't know, just put zero. It is fine. So at least I will have an idea. So statistics is a very important concept. It is a that all of you need to understand. So there are a lot of topics in statistics. Statistics is actually a uh, 1 or 2 years course as well. When people do BSc in statistics and MSc in statistics, it's a big course. There are so many subjects that are there in statistics, but for machine learning and AI, to understand machine learning and AI, what are some important things that you need to know? And I want to cover that, because I don't want you to guys to do a PhD in statistics. There are people who are doing that. Every research that happens, everything that happens, it uses a lot of statistics, but you should at least have a basic terminology and understanding of these statistical concepts, which I want to talk about to all of the community members right here. So how to go about here, right? So this is a mind map that you can see. I know you cannot all of you see clearly the mind map. This is the basic statistics for AI and data science. I will try to zoom in and talk a little bit about it in the exact mind map. Just put one if you guys can see the modules inside this mind map. Just put one in the chat, uh, or zero in if you cannot see it. Then I will accordingly go inside the mind map and zoom. Just so amazing. Just be interactive on the chat. Are you able to see everything that is here? So this is the basic understanding of statistics and AI or ML that all of us need to go. Okay. So I will go deeper. If you are not able to see, I will go deeper. So I will first, let me just talk about the major things, and then I will go into the details. As I told you, statistics is a huge topic. We and if you really want to learn for applied machine learning and AI, you need to know the foundation things that are there. And I will, some of you cannot see this, but I will just read it out to you. First of all, can anyone put in the chat, what is statistics? According to you, what is statistics? What is the definition of statistics according to you? Let me see what is your understanding. Why does it matter? And then let me just go and I will open the mind map for all of you to see clearly, because end of the day, I want every one of my community members to see things in details. Just put one if all of you can see now a little bit clearer. I cannot go bigger than this. Can everyone see this properly? So this is the basic stats. So this is a new course that I am going to launch in by this coming week, where I want to just keep the most important things that is required, very basic, right? Like it can be a revision for Sravanan, it can be a revision for Ankit, people who already know stats. It can be a quick revision, because end of the day I also forget few things. Just put one if now you can see this chat properly. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Savaranand. Thank you, everyone, for this. But now, Christy, just can you see it now? Just put one in the chat. On LinkedIn, people are saying to zoom in more. I cannot zoom in more. This is the maximum I can zoom in. I think now it is able, you are able to see. So now coming to this, right? The first thing that is there in stats is introduction of statistical thinking. So if you see, the word thinking is very important, right? We don't need to go into the maths. We don't need to understand the formulas, because if you know how it works, you can use Python, NumPy, Panda packages to do all the calculation in few lines of code. But the thinking part is important. You need to understand some of the statistical concepts that are there. So let me just open this one. So in this, right, the first thing that I want everyone of you to know, many of you define what is the statistics, many of you define what is the statistics, why it matters, right? It is basically collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data. It is very crucial for ML and AI. When I say AI performance, it is both ML and AI performance together. It helps a lot in feature selection. So can anyone tell me the definition of feature selection? So end of the day, when you're building any model, there is a lot of features that come into the play. Which features is important, which is not important. You need to use statistical techniques to understand these features. That is very, very important. It is very important in validating your models, like whatever models that you're getting, how much you're getting in the trained data, how much you're getting the accuracy in the test data and the validation data, understanding these statistics, understanding F score, understanding confusion matrix accuracy. So these things are very, very important, and it helps you make good decision making under uncertainty, because you have some statistical knowledge and thinking of how to take it further and how to get into the details that are there. So this is it. I will go through a slide today quickly just to go through these topics if I have time, but this is something that is there. And so anyone in the chat also wants to mention about the different things that why does statistics matter? Anyone on LinkedIn or YouTube, Twitter wants to mention why is statistics important? And a lot of students, especially the Gen Zs, who asks me, Mohammed, do we really need to learn statistics and maths right now? Because ChatGPT is doing all the work for me. So I again tell them that it is very important to know. End of the day, what is ChatGPT? Can anyone tell me what is the statistical technique that ChatGPT is based on? The one that all of us are using, 600 million people are using daily. What is the statistical technique that ChatGPT, our favorite AI tool, is using? Which is that? And we will talk about it as well in the next section. End of the day, yeah. Anyone, what is the statistical technique? In a very basic form, Barry, I think I have told you multiple times if you recall. End of the day, chat gpt, yes, thank you, Mr. Ahmed from LinkedIn confirming. It is end of the day, it is probability. The what is the next probable word to generate, given that there is these four words before that. So it is the sequence of the fifth word, given that this is the first four words. So it is a conditional probability that ChatGPT is using in a very, very simple layman terms. So if you guys understand this, if you really are using ChatGPT and you don't know what is the statistical technique that is there inside this, then you will be little bit. If you want to go a little bit deeper as well, it builds upon that. So end of the day, it is probability, and then if you build on probability, it is the transformers that actually drive all these things. But the base, the foundational technique that starts everything is probability, and then conditional probability, Bayes theorem, transformers, RNN, and all those things. But it starts from there. So if you don't understand probability, if you don't understand statistics, then all this will be I call it Greek and Latin for you to see all these things in the, if you want to read the paper. Can anyone tell me what is, there are two most important types of statistics, and I will go a little bit into details into these things, because this is just the first part. I just want to give you an overall, because I cannot teach you everything. This is a 5 hours course and modules that we are going to launch, and this is going to be also available to all the AI residents in the coming cohort that is there. So everyone will also get a part of this, but just want you to understand there are mainly two types of statistics: descriptive and inferential. Can anyone tell me the difference between these two types of statistics? Amazing. So even for the people who are not part of our AI residency or paid programs, I have a website here that I will give you guys. So what we have done as a community, we have tried to give as much information to the community for free. So if you go to this part, right, statistics, you will see these some of the basic concepts. So it is not in that order in the course, but at least you will get an idea of the different things that are there. So basic statistics, variability, but today we are going deeper. I have built this program and course very, very specific, very clean, and very, very much in detail. So anyone can tell me the difference between descriptive versus inferential statistics? Okay, so I'll just show you a slide for this. So we in the course we have the full slides for this, which you guys will get access to. So this is the slide for this, what? So descriptive statistics summarizes the feature of your data. It just summarizes the feature like mean, median, mode, average, whatever it is. Think of it as telling the story. This is the very basic thing that we all do with our data. But the most powerful part of this, and where we will spend a lot of time, and most of you need to do this, is inferential statistics. Because end of the day, Barry, all of you who are here, Victor, Dave, Christy, you cannot analyze the whole population, right? It is very, very impossible. So what you do is you use a sample to make an educated guess about a larger group. Suppose there was elections, now we have elections in New York. All of you are following the elections of New York that is happening right now. So you are seeing all the statistics, Mamdani versus the other person, I don't know his name, but they are, you can see the vote representation. Maybe Sranvanan, he can tell the exact name. How are they doing the vote prediction? They are not going to go to every New Yorker and ask, did you vote for Mamdani or did you vote for the other person? I just maybe you can recall the name, who whatever it is, Mr. Cuomo. So this is there are three people here. So whatever it is, so you will not go to every 10 million population and ask them. You will create a sample. You will create a sample with various ethnic groups like Hispanicans, all the different groups that are there. So you get a fair representation of the New York population, and then you are uh, predicting who is going to win. So everyone just put a one if you understand the importance of inferential statistics, because everything in the world of statistics, machine learning, you cannot do it on the complete data. Everything you create a sample, and from the sample you make an educated guess about the whole larger group. And this is a everything that we do in statistics is nothing is descriptive, it is inferential. And most of the use cases, most of the research, most of the analysis. So just put a one if you guys understand the difference between descriptive and inferential statistics. And inferential statistics is where we are able to get into the details of how we make the educated guesses and how you do the sampling and all those concepts that are there. So I will, this slide I have gone in the first chapter, but I will go a little bit detailed maybe later, after I complete, maybe in the next community career talk, I will go into the different topics. But this is very, very important topic. Data types and variables, numerical, categorical. Can anyone give me some good examples of categorical variable data? If you guys understand, so we have two types of data mostly. We have discrete, continuous, as well as the we have, yeah. So let me just open this. Yes, thank you for confirming. Yes, so categorical is like, is it going to rain today or not? So that is one specific information. So is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? So that is one thing that is there. And then we have, yes, thank you for confirming. And one more example is no, forecasting is not exactly categorical. Categorical is mostly ones and zeros. Like it can be, yes, thank you for confirming. So these are the things that are there. So we have the population. So we have this particular thing, categorical data, level of measurement. Then we have data matrix arrangement. These are the different types of data in this thing. Population and sample is very, very important. Understanding the population, like the understanding the population, the entire group, understanding the sample, understanding different sample techniques, understanding, like I give a very good analogy for all of you who want to also understand, right? Suppose you want to um, you are cooking something, right? Today is Sunday, so some of you might be cooking something, and you want to know how the whole dish is, right? You if you This is the one very good analogy that I talk about sampling. Suppose you're making a soup, and you want to understand how the soup has been made. So you're not going to taste the whole soup. You are just going to stir the soup properly, everyone, and then pick up the soup and then taste it and say how it is. So that is what is sampling. So the correctly steering it so that there is no biasness, that you get the whole distribution of the soup and take it further. So this is the very, very simple example. Now coming to random sampling is very important because you need to steer, as I was telling you, and in an example of New York, you need to have in the sample all the representation. You can't only have the whites, you need to have the whites, blacks, Asians, everyone together so that you get a proper representation. Now, before 20 years back, when I learned statistics, I used to do everything in calculator. I used to do everything in calculator, or I had to memorize all the formulas. But do I expect every one of you to know the formulas? Just put yes, one in the chat, zero if you don't expect, because end of the day I also still I had done it 20 years back, but now if you ask me formula of standard deviation or confidence interval, I it may be there, but I'm not sure, I'm not confident. So you don't need to memorize the formulas, because I don't expect people to memorize things. I am talking more about applied learning. So there are a lot of Python tools that we have discussed of how you can do these type of analysis. So there are two main packages. Just tell me the most important Python data analysis packages that are available in the chat or on LinkedIn. You can also get an idea from here as well if you can see my screen. There are two, these are the two packages that if you really want to get into statistics or understand statistics, data, numbers, you need to play around these two packages a lot. Can anyone tell in the chat? So I can see a lot of people on LinkedIn mentioning that it is, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ahmed. It is, one is NumPy. So NumPy is like array calculations. It helps in lot of calculations. And Pandas is like creating a data frame, because end of the day, data is into rows and columns. So you help to organize the data, and you're able to do summary, averaging, mean, mode, everything that you talked about, standard deviation. So these are the two packages. So these, how you are using these two packages, how you are loading data, and how you are computing all the basic summaries that are there. So you have to in hand. Now don't spend time on the formulas, because in most of the academic colleges and schools, they are still, it is good to know little bit of formulas, but if you understand basic concepts, like the way I am giving you analogy of a spoon of soup, so you get an understanding about all these things, that is enough. You don't need to know the formula of how to calculate the random sample, what is the uh, standard deviation, what is the mean average, and all those things. It will come later, but Python will do it for you. So that is my main recommendation. Don't spend so much time in memorizing the formulas that are there. So now coming to the next module, the descriptive statistics, how you are summarizing data. This is very, very important. I will not spend time now, maybe in the next community meetup, but this is there in the course that I am putting in the LMS platform. All the AI residents, please reach out to me. I will be sharing you with the just the early access to this, to go through this and give me some feedbacks as well of how to improve it. I have removed all the garbage. I have only kept short videos and important concepts, which how to understand these concepts, how to apply these concepts in Python, and that is it. And taking it further. So this is very, very important. Summarizing mean, mode, average, and all those things. Probability is very, very important, right? Probability. One very, very good example. Can anyone tell me one example of probability that you have learned in school? So suppose I am tossing a coin, right? I have a coin here. This is a coin, right? Everyone, can you guys just put a one if you can see my this thing? Can you guys see my coin? Let me just remove my avatar. Can you guys? Yes. Can you guys see this coin, everyone? This coin. So if I am flipping this coin, what is the probability? If I'm flipping this coin, what is the probability that it is heads is coming? Can anyone tell me in the chat? If I'm flipping this coin, what is the probability that heads is coming? As you know, there are two outcomes, head and tails. If I flip this coin, what is the probability? So everyone is telling in the LinkedIn as well. Thank you, Nix. Thank you, Kamal, for this, right? Everyone is clear. This is probability in very, very simple terms. Just put one if everyone is clear about this probability, the predicted outcome by total outcome. Just put one in the chat. Everyone, please. Probability is a very, very big topic, But if you understand this, at least you will be getting the first part of all these things. So just put one, everyone. So probability is a very, very important concept. ChatGPT is based on this simple concept, but I know it gets more detailed, but this is the starting point. So probability fundamentals, and then understanding about probability distribution. Now suppose I flip this same coin that I showed you 1,000 times. If I flip this coin 1,000, can you guys tell me what will be the times the heads will come approximately? Suppose I flip the coin 2 times, both the times heads can come. But suppose I flip the coin 1,000 times. Can anyone tell me approximately how many times heads will come? Yes, amazing. So approximately someone is telling 500 times. So that is what that is called the law of large numbers. End of the day, if you keep doing this, you will see that the law of average is that 50% of the time it will be coming. So it will be around 500 times heads will come, 500 times tails will come. And this is the law of large number that lot of things are based on. So this is the probability distribution. So first you understand the fundamentals, then you understand the distribution. Then there is a very, very important concept of sampling central limit theorem. Can anyone tell me in the chat what is uh, CLT, central limit theorem, in simple English? Anyone? And just for a reminder, everyone, people, some of you are asking on LinkedIn some questions on the chat. Please put your questions on the Slido link. The team has shared it on the mm, comments. So any CLT, how many of you, if you are doing a distribution, if you are doing a distribution of all these samples that are there, then if you know that 68% of the population, they fall in the first standard deviation. So that is the central limit theorem. So 68% of the population, that it falls in the first standard deviation, so -1 to +1. So this is the central limit theorem, which is very, very important concept. End of the day, this is called normalization. When we are doing any inferential data statistics, this is the concept that we all need to understand. So thank you for confirming, everyone. And this is a very, very important concept. Then we have how many of you have done hypothesis testing and statistical significance in their career? This is before we do any machine learning or any model that we build. Every time we do this hypothesis testing, this is the scientific ground for any experiment or anything that is there. Just put 1 if you have heard this terminology, 0 if you have not heard. So in module 6 in the course, we are going to get details into making you understand about this hypothesis testing and statistical significance, wherein you are able to get into the details. So this is, so you have an alternative hypothesis and null hypothesis that is there. So these are some of the concepts. So now what I will do is I will quickly walk you through the slides that are there for this, so that you will get a quick idea about this. I will go try to go as fast as possible. So I have already defined this. I have already defined what is the statistics. I already defined the descriptive and inferential. So now this is the data types. So this is the example. Some of you told this example. Uh, can anyone tell me in the chat what is the difference between a numeric continuous data and a discrete data? Anyone in the chat on LinkedIn as well as on Zoom? So these are the mainly 3 types of data types. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between, because this is the subtype that people get confused. So yes, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Like any numbers, right? Like suppose the number of siblings. I cannot have 2.1 siblings. I can have 2 or 3 siblings. So that is discrete. But my height, it can be 175.3, 0.1, 0.4. So that is continuous. So this is one more important thing that we need to know. Population versus sample. I really explained you how to do this with New York example. And this is very, very important that your data, even in ChatGPT, right? If you guys remember, in ChatGPT, when I used to ask this question, draw me a scientist. This is just 1 year back. I used to get all Western male, because the ChatGPT also used not a good data, it used biased data. So biased data was not good. It does not give you proper information. So this is very important to have a good random because it saves a lot of time and money and also efforts. Two Python packages that you need to know now. No need to know the formulas. Please focus on pandas and numpy. And I already told you this. Read about this. In this course, I have notebooks where I give you guys to explain how to play around with pandas, numpys to do mathematical calculation that is there. So now I want all of you to take this one step further and start exploring this. Please give importance to stats. This particular course is a fun way of putting everything together and learning it. I hope you guys are able to digest few information from today's session, that what all you need to focus on understanding this. After you do this basic thing, then you need to get into this one. After you do numpy panda, you need to know how many of, can anyone tell me the full form of EDA? Can anyone tell me the full form of EDA in the chat? Like even in chat GPT that you are using, if you take any data set, just put please perform an EDA on this data, then you will be getting a lot of value, guys. You will be getting a lot of value because EDA is a terminology that data scientists have been using for the last 15 years. Exploratory data analysis. So this is something that every one of you at least know the term, read about it, how to do this in Python. Then statistical modeling. Now we have understood basic statistics. Now we will go into the statistical modeling techniques that are there. So how can anyone tell me what is the first modeling technique that you have used in the chat, just for me to get an idea? If any one of you have built any models, statistical models, can you put in the chat what are the models? Maybe in the last 10 years you have built anything. Just put the name so that I get an idea of how many people have done something in this space. Just put the name of some of the models that you have used in the last 10 years or even heard about it. So people who really want to learn, get into machine learning, AI, data science, at least you should be aware of some of the, at least the names of some of the statistical modeling techniques, even though you are not using it day-to-day job, but at least you should know some names. So let me see if anyone remembers any names before I show you the mind map. Shravan, Barry, anyone? Just remember any name of any modeling techniques that you have heard, listened, or checked. Anyone in the room? At least we want one Dev, Hardik, Kamal, Christy, Nix. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for at least you remember the names. There is linear regression, logistic regression. So these are the, these are the, if you really want to, enjoy and understand statistics, please take some time and read about these things. Amazing, beautiful. If you know about linear regression, neural networks is linear regression on steroids. Neural network is linear regression on steroids. It is using the same concept of linear regression. So if you are a little bit passionate about this field, spend some time. I know this is not mandatory. Spend some time. You will appreciate it more. You will appreciate it more. I'm believing you. From EDA to modeling, linear regression, logistic regression. Actually, there was, one whole uh, it takes up to 1 week to even understand linear regression properly if you want to really get into the maths and get into how it works. But it's an amazing concept. Logistic regression, decision tree, which is a non-linear intuitive method. So, can anyone tell me the difference between linear and logistic regression? Even though the names are same, there is a very, very slight difference in the linear regression and logistic regression. So yes, thank you for confirming. So linear regression is for continuous variables, like I showed you centimeters, something like continuous outcomes that are there, which are predicting some numbers, mostly continuous. And logistic is binary classification. Is it going to rain today or not? uh, is the customer going to churn or not? Is this going to happen or not? So basically, yes or no. Logistic regression is a sigmoid function, which is yes or no. Whereas a linear function is a MLE, maximum likelihood in estimation, which is linear. It tries to make the best fit among the data. And I have done videos on this uh, in the course that I mentioned. So this course basically contains of these modules. So if you see, inside statistical model techniques. So it's very simple, guys. I have broken it down this basic statistics. The name of the program is Data Analysis and Statistical Modeling with Python, because end of the day I'm using Python. I'm not only teaching you theoretical concepts, I'm using Python to do some of these analysis, because end of the day I am not a maths teacher who's going to teach you formulas. I'm more about applied knowledge. So Python, how to use Python and do this estimate or this analysis. So there are basically four modules. The first one is NumPy Panda. This is the second one, right? This is the data analysis. This is the second course, and this one was the first course. So totally we are launching two different courses in statistics in the coming weeks, which is mostly a very summarized version of our previous recordings that we have done. So I have removed a lot of theoretical concepts, and I have kept more of Python applied knowledge, because that is very important right now. No one cares about the formulas. And I think in interviews, I'm not sure. Still, some interviews will ask you the formula of maximum likelihood in estimation or sigmoid function. But mostly I don't think, even the interviewer remembers the formulas, especially now. Maybe 10 years back they remembered, but now I don't think so. Some of the scientists will remember, but most of them will not remember. So what is this? So this is the second course, which has four modules. This one is into the details. Model evaluation metrics. Can anyone tell me? Decision tree is very simple. It is a decision tree of someone mentioned in the chat about XGBoost, random forest, XGBoost. These are a form of decision trees. So decision tree is basically a tree wherein it asks a questions and it bifurcates the data accordingly, and they keep asking questions until the classification is good. Similarly, we have some model evaluation metrics. Can anyone tell me in chat some of the model evaluation metrics that you have come across in your last 10 years of tenure or work that we have done? I have named a few in the start. If anyone remembers, can you please put in the chat? Amazing, amazing. So thank you. There are a lot of them. We have F score, we have accuracy metrics, we have conversion metrics, precision, recall. So all of these are there. And what are the best practices in modeling? Then what I am doing is I'm taking a simple capstone project, how to predict power plant output with a basic ML model. One simple capstone project wherein I am taking all the learnings from the top, and I am building the things here that is there. So now I will give you guys 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 10 minutes for the Q&A part, and then we'll do the announcement. Okay, amazing. So please, so let me open the Q&A part, and then I will be taking let me just put in the link again. If you guys have any specific questions. So someone in the chat is asking, please share the link of your statistical course. So guys, the course is not yet out. The team is actually putting it together in the LMS. We are just doing the final editing, and the team is putting it in the LMS. Next week, we will launch it next week. By next week, I will be sharing you the details. So please just be patient. But today was more about sharing with you the experience about everything, not about selling you the course, because for end of the day, I want many people are not wanting to learn about statistics, especially the Gen Alpha and Gen Z that I'm talking to. They say that that's the reason why today I'm doing this session, to tell everyone. Just put one if you guys agree that statistics is important, one if you agree it is important, zero if you agree it is not important. Okay, so a lot of people are telling yes, it is important. So thank you. At least this was the promise, and my message in this session was to give you guys the idea of how to think about the importance of statistics. And this is one thing that at least I take away, that you can please, I will share you this document that is there, that I have shared on the mind map. Please, at least if you don't even want to learn from me, learn from anywhere. You can go to YouTube, you can look at lot of Udemy courses that are available, and or anything, up to you. But at least give importance to these concepts, because it is important, and end of the day it is very, very important for these concepts that are there. So Ahmad Al Jasim, he's asking a question in the Slido. how much statistics that you need to know, and will I get this access in the AI residency? So as I told you, this is something uh, important. This is not mandatory for applied generative AI learning, but even to have that stat. So if you see, the topic of today's talk is thinking. So just to have that mindset when you are looking at data, when you're looking at different concepts, you need to understand that what is sample, what is population, what is central limit theorem, how does averaging work. So this is, and what we are doing we are in this course, it is a very short type of course where I have removed the garbage, and this is the first time that we have used AI to create these type of videos. So before, it was very boring lectures, where I used to talk about the mathematical concepts and all. So I don't feel that students were enjoying that. So what we have done, we have used the help of AI with my data, with my information, and we have created interactive videos that is very, very fast and helpful. Like, and as I will tell you, this may not be the complete guide for you. I will not make you a statistical guru, because this is not the course for you to do become a statistical master. This is a course for all of you to get an understanding that what is the difference between sample, mean, what is hypothesis testing, what is central limit theorem, so that you go back and do your own research. So that is what we are going to do, and this is something that we are going to give to all our future AI residents that is there. So please do try to get into this as well. So there are few questions regarding what all topics that you need to know in statistics. As I told you, start with the basic one. So let me quickly tell every one of you. So you need to always start. Don't ignore it. My message today is, don't ignore statistics. Whatever the social media is telling you, that you don't need to learn coding, you don't need to learn AI. But my only message to you, don't ignore this. Maths and stats are very important foundational topics that you, if you need to become away from the crowd, you need to learn about this. So first thing is Python. Everyone needs to know. Today I'm not talking about Python. Basic statistics is the terminologies that I discussed with all of you today's call. These terminologies you should know, and after you know the terminologies, then you need to go here. The second program for statistics is data analysis. End of the day, you are using statistics to do data analysis and statistical modeling with Python, which has these particular things. So these are the two ways to go. And the future residents, as I told you, from cohort 8, will be also giving them, but this is available separately as well. So anyone who's interested to go get into deeper into this, you can also get into this. We'll also be doing some workshops and master classes. Like today, what I did today in today's section, I discussed this. If you, all of you, we completed this today. This was introduction to statistics. We completed this module 1 today. In the 45 minutes that I was talking before, today we completed this. But if you really want to complete 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the other 10 modules, then I feel that you should at least get access to the self-paced recording. There is assessment. You will learn a lot. Believe me, I have been building this for the last 3, 4 months, and today I'm talking about it because a lot of people are asking me, Mohammed, so much is there in statistics, it is such a boring topic. So what I try to do, I try to make it fun, simple, so that all of you will remember this. So I hope I try to, there are a lot of other questions that are coming. I will just take few questions more, and then we will be moving to the quick announcements that are there. So someone is asking, yes, let me also quickly talk about, there are few questions. Let me, so please put your questions in the this one. If you want to upvote any question, you can also upvote the question that is there. So I'm getting a lot of questions about, yes, next challenge. So I now I'm getting a question about next challenge. So the next challenge, guys. So how many of you here have participated in any of our challenges? Just put one in the chat if you have participated in any of our challenges that are there. So I think Vignesh also has joined. So Vignesh also had participated in these challenges, and I think just put one if you have participated in any of these challenges, zero if you have not participated, because challenges. This is the new challenge that we are launching. This is in a partnership with one of the conferences, that is Middle East Low Code No Code Summit that is happening in the UAE. So the winners are going to be announced like we did in GITEX. It is going to be announced in this conference. This is a very prestigious conference that is happening. And let me just share the link with you here. If you want to join this particular thing, this is the link. We have the early bird thing that is there. And I have shared it on the this thing. So this is our next challenge. This is a no code low code challenge. So you come here with any business problem and you start building your specific project, and then the same drill. You do a demo. You do a demo. There are going to be some judges who are going to look at this, and the top 10 will be called to the event, and the top three will be announced in the event. So this is something that we are going to do in the coming. Already announced it. I've already shared you the link. The early bird. We have an early bird price of $9. So if you want to really take advantage of this, because challenges are the best way of learning. So there are a lot of people here who are part of the challenge, and before. And challenge is one of the best ways of learning or building any specific solutions that are there. So one person is asking about when is the next AI residency cohort. So Ahmed, the next AI residency cohort, it is AI residency is it's a cohort based system, so it cannot be done anytime. You have to join live. There are live master classes, but we have recordings anyways in the LMS. But the fun part is you are a group of 8 to 10 people. You are in the WhatsApp group and you learn with each other. Like you share your learnings and you learn with each other. There are workshops, there are master classes, there are LMS access. So the cohort 8 is starting on November 8th. And every 3 months we try to start a cohort. So if you really want to take advantage of being part of this, so you can just look at this. And it's up to you if you want to join now or maybe in the coming cohort 9, cohort 10, because this is something that I have spent a lot of time to make sure we keep updated. And whatever is the best use cases, like today what we are doing, statistics, how to create updated versions and sharing it with all of you, so that all of you keep learning and taking it further. So these are some things that we will be doing. So the last question that we are going to take for the day is, before we move to the celebration, is we have a question regarding the time. How much time does it take to become expert? So to be honest, there is no word for expert in the field of AI. Even for me, I was just discussing in the WhatsApp group. Every day, I am also learning new things. So there is no time limit. Every day you need to keep around 1 or 2 hours for learning. So that is the whole purpose, and the journey continues. But there are some roadblocks that you need to, some milestones that you need to have when you are learning this. Because what happens when you don't have any destination, you just get lost. So get a mentor. If you want me as a mentor or any other mentor that you admire or you follow, get any mentor to give you this guidance, like what you are doing, are you going in the right path, are you doing X, Y, you should, because you need to go somewhere, you need to go in the right direction. So that is my message to you. But continue it, don't get overwhelmed by the things that are happening. But if you are focused on understanding the foundations, like this today, like what we discussed, you will be more confident in reading research papers and you'll be reading other things. So that is my message to you. And please keep the learning going. Join our career talks. Be part of our community. Come to our online meetups. Every week we have three talks. You will be motivated and you will feel to be a type part of this community. So that is a very good thing about our community, right? We have online events, online talks, meetups. So you are part of this tribe, so you don't feel lost. You hear about everyone's success, everyone's challenges, and that is my only message to you. Please just be part of this. Follow this, be part of these community events, follow the master classes, workshops, do the challenges, and I will, believe me, your confidence will increase compared to what you were in the last day. So now we have Vignesh here, so let me also pin Vignesh. So thank you, first of all, Vignesh, for taking out time from your busy schedule. And in our these type of career talks, what we do, Vignesh, if you can, if you are comfortable to unmute or on your camera, it will be amazing as well. And let me share my screen. So Vignesh was part of our cohort 3. So, and he just completed his certificate. I just invited him to come and share. So generally we celebrate our uh, community residents when they get the certificate, because it is not an easy certificate. It takes time and effort to complete this, and it's a 6 months learning process. So thank you, first of all, Vignesh, for being part of this initiative. You are part of the third cohort, and congratulations for earning the certification. The You want to share some few words about your experience?
Sure, Arshad. Am I audible?
Yes, thank you, Vignesh. How are you?
I'm great, Rashad. Nice seeing you and seeing people discuss AI again. Thank you for this recognition. I To give as a feedback. First, I would like to give feedback about Arshad himself. The way I identified Arshad and his AI residency program is through one of the meetups in AWS. I, I mean, there are few speakers who attract us with the kind of engagement that they have and the words that they speak. Arshad attracted me with a very basic thing that everyone forgets is hands-on. So when I saw Arshad, he was doing things, a lot of things. So instead of having a presentation, go through the slides, he was more of a hands-on guy. So that was what attracted me to Arshad. That I can see someone who's doing things and speaking about it. So I mean, I have great respect for Arshad for doing this, and that he's able to carry out a program based on his core skill set of doing things hands-on. So that is what I got from AI residency program. This is a very nice program for people who would like to do stuff. So if that's one word that I would like to pass on to people is that this program is hands-on. So I mean, he will definitely engage the live sessions. It's not a recorded session where you just go through and clear this program. He will make sure that you're coming on Saturdays, Sundays, and some days, even the holidays he has taken up. So you have to have commitment that you are engaging this in this program, and he will be a good mentor. I mean, a great mentor, I would say. I have asked him some questions out of nowhere. I would just ask him what tool would you recommend, and he will have an answer because he has seen stuff. He has done a lot of things in the space, so it is easy for him to just give one word, and I go and search for it. So. Of course, he is there to mentor, and he's also let you explore things. The tools that he's using are all industry based, and sometimes the ones that are just upcoming because there are so many tools coming and fading out. So he will stick to one tool which he feels it's good. And many of the coding that we have done is through AI itself. So I did not find any difficulty in getting along with Python or any other programming language because the AI itself is there to help you. So we were learning AI through AI. So this program was really helpful, I would say. They have been like, for me, definitely I wanted to complete it way earlier, but since I am also working, I found it difficult where Muhammad actually motivated me to keep going. So I'm thankful for that because that patience, I would say, is not within many people. So he was very patient. He was catching up and reminding me about, the completion of this course. And at last, I was able to complete this course. So this is a complete hands-on course. So if anyone is committing to complete this certification and get to know the real stuff around AI, this is a very nice course. Thank you, Arshad.
Thank you, Vignesh, for the kind words. Yes, and for me, it is like every resident who joined, I try to reach out to them as much as possible to complete it. Some of them, most of them are experienced professionals in the program with 10 plus years experience average. So, as you know, it's not only about work. There is commitment, there is family, there is work. But end of the day, they are able to complete it and at least in the future apply these learnings and maybe talk about it. So generally for us, we don't do any marketing, and this is something that we everything is word of mouth. So like Vignesh has gone through this program, he will tell his friends or people who come to meet me in the community events or uh, these type of workshops, like then they reach out to me and then they get into touch with me. So this is how I'm attracting, people who know us, who value us, and then who want to get associated with us for long term, because end of the day, this is a program. The journey always continues. As you can see, there are so many new topics that are coming up in the community. We keep doing new workshops, and I also keep learning. So people who get overwhelmed, don't worry, I'm also overwhelmed with the things that are happening, but continue the learning, continue the journey. And thanks again, Vignesh, for sharing. And people who really want to join, as I have already shared the new cohort, you can get in touch with me if anything is specific you want to ask. But if you are new to the community, I will request you to join the challenge first, because challenge is a very good way of putting things into practice. And I also theory is important, but more than theory, as Vignesh was telling, hands-on is important. because you need to practice. It is, there is a saying, right? If you hear, then you will forget, but if you do, you will remember. So, and if you watch and hear, you will forget, but if you actually do it, actually build things, actually write code by your code, run the code, build something, then you will actually remember it, and then you will be able to apply it in the coming future. So thank you. If there are a lot of questions that are coming on Slido, what I am going to do is I will try to reply to everything later on. I will make a video, I'll make a post about this. So keep being part of the Career Talk initiatives. One more announcement I have before all of you leave. There is an amazing guest speaker that is coming, one of my friends as well, on Tuesday. He is going to talk about building an playbook for enterprise LLMs. So this is something that I request all of you to register. This is a part of our AI show. I'm putting the link as well on the chat. This is Tuesday, 7 p.m. Dubai time, GST. Please attend this. Ask your questions to the guest speaker. He is very knowledgeable in this space, and he is building stuffs for some time. So again, I would like to thank each and every one of joining the Career Talk. And we can have one photo session before, if possible, before we wind up for the day. If you can switch on your camera so I can take one screenshot, if anyone is comfortable, in the count of five. If you guys are, we will be able to take a screenshot, and we will wind up the call. Anyone? Yes. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Yes, we have Barry here. One more. Thank you, Barry. Okay, let me just take a screenshot and see you in the next event, everyone. Have a great day.